Hi everyone, just coming on a few minutes early to make sure that you can all hear me, see me. Wow, it's been a little while since I've done a Crafty Monday, and I'm so looking forward to sharing and creating with you today, especially being our birthday month. How exciting is that? 19 years doing Stampin' Up. And I'm not going to tell you how old I am because it's my birthday also. But Tanya's just come on. Tanya, can you see and hear me? Hello. Well, I hope she can hear and see me. So we're going to be doing this card today, or maybe a couple of cards, depending on how quick I am, along these lines. Now, this stamp set was given to me, I think it was, maybe Tanya can tell me. It came home from Brisbane, and I didn't get to the Brisbane on stage, so I think it was either a prize patrol or it was a prize patrol, or it might have been in our bag. I'm not quite sure, but Tanya was up there, so she might be able to fill us in on that. Hi Susan, good to see you. I hope everything's going well with your hubby, sweetie. I've been thinking about you. And Susan, I have to thank you for the beautiful card. I wish I had it right here in front of me to share it with everyone, but I've got it sitting up on my display table. For the beautiful card that you sent me the other day, I just absolutely loved it. Now, a little question about that beautiful card. Did you do that on canvas? Because it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, Tanya's come through and said we got it for a prize patrol. So there you go. That was a prize patrol one. So I've had a few people say, I'm not sure what to do with this, but this is a good one to do with some blending. Okay, using our blending brushes. So I also think the Blooming Phrases is a beautiful one that's got lines that you could actually mix and match these two sets together. And because I wanted a birthday card, I think a happy birthday out of the beautiful butterflies. And yes, I know I've got it around the wrong way, if anyone's asking me about my words. But they've taken away the little wand that I used to press to turn it over. Oh, designer series paper. Well, it was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I'm going to have to share it. I've got some cards coming up to share soon, so I will definitely be sharing that one because it looked absolutely amazing. Okay, so let's get down to our work table. Let's start stamping. I'm so excited. It's been a while since this old girl's been doing any stamping. Yesterday we had an amazing day. I had Joe, Kaz and Tanya here helping me with the last bits of the cancer retreat that we got coming up in August. I think this was so exciting. It's just so exciting watching the girls get excited. And yeah, it was a lot of fun yesterday. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp on here. But I always have somewhere around here, a little piece of black cardstock that I can put my white on, because I can actually see what I'm doing a lot better when my white's on the black. So I'm going to bring in my black down the bottom here. And I've used the, which one did I use? Blueberry Bushels. So that's our image, and I love that. It's a clear, really quick, clear little image. Now, when we're doing this and we want to bring in some colours, okay, we're going to bring in some grass or grass type. So we're going to come in with Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to find my green brush here. Now, I always have a bit of cardstock if I want to see like the image. I'm just going to grab a piece. I've got a piece over here that's a bit smaller that I've been working on, see? Just that I can block my blending brush on it first so I can see whether it's really thick or not. I've got little Hazel looking. My little great-granddaughter's here visiting today, and she's out there knocking on the door. And how sweet is that? How sweet is it? She's watching me through the window. Usually it's little Addie, but it's Addie's sister. Addie's at kinder today, and Hazel's her little sister. My second newest, or my first, well, she's only 6 months old. And then we've got little Piper that's only a month old, I think. So great grandkids everywhere, coming out everywhere. Okay, so we've blended in a bit of green. Now I'm going to see, hold this up so you can see what I've done. I'm hoping I've got this in a good place for you that you can see where, see. I think I've got it in a good place. And then I'm going to use a little bit of shaded spruce because it's a little bit darker. And I'm just going to do the tip. I just want to do the tip. I don't want it too dark. Okay, so I'm just going to come in with a little bit of that along the bottom here. So a little bit of shaded spruce along the bottom. I don't want to touch any of the glues that we've packed up, or inks I should say. I'm calling them glues, and they're not glues, Teresa, they're inks. I don't want to touch any of the inks that I've got packed up for retreat. They're all there. The girls know what they've been doing, whether they've refilled them and got them all ready to go or not, so I'm just leaving them there. Okay, so now we want to do the sky, and the sky is always good if you get a Post-it note. You can do a bit of ripping effect. You can bring in a bit of sky in here, and I've decided to go with Costa Cabana. Probably normally would go pool party or something like that, but I've got that packed away, so I don't want to touch anything that I've got packed away. So I'm going to start with my rip edge going in there. I'm going to start on my Post-it note, and then I'm going to bring it up over onto the back of the card. And I'm only going light to start off with. Okay, but you'll get that beautiful edging. I just love that you can move it around. You can get beautiful edging happening. Now don't forget, when you're watching the replay on these, you can actually put your finger and stretch it open so you get that very close-up look, which is really great. So you can sort of see it's becoming a really nice day for bike riding. And this would be fantastic for someone whose husband or father is a bike rider, or even a mum that's a bike rider. Now, we can go down just a little bit more with our light one down here. And I'm leaving some white in between it as well. Okay, so I'm sort of leaving some white in between it as well. And we can bring this grass up a bit if we want to, or we can bring the sky down a little bit, which will just come in here with the sky, just very lightly. So you can sort of see it looks like it's sitting behind. And I might just do the last one in the blue too, but just very, very lightly. Just a very light one. So it's just not all white, but it's got a little bit of colour sitting there. So you can sort of see how this has come up. I'm going to have to bring this up a little bit. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this camera right for you. I feel like I'm out of touch. Okay, hopefully you can see that. So you can sort of see you get some really nice layering. Now, if you wanted to bring in another blue to darken the edges up a little bit, you could go with the blue bushels, but I think I might just go with the Azure Afternoon. It's a really hard one to pronounce, that one. Azure Afternoon. I don't know if I pronounce it even right. Sometimes I feel like I am, and then I'm not. So we can come in with this, like just come down just a little bit. And it's a little bit of a darker colour, as you can see. So you want to come in pretty softly. You don't want to come in too hard. But you can sort of see that you can get that distinct different type of blending happening here. Just by ripping a Post-it note and moving it around. And you can see I didn't put as much on my, I haven't put anything more back on my brush yet. I'm just going down lighter and lighter and lighter. So a little bit lighter there, and then a little bit lighter here. And you can sort of see that it's just going down lighter each time, and I haven't added anything on that brush. So you're just using the ink that's in the brush because it does collect a lot, okay? And then you can come down and you can just do one right along the bottom there. And you can sort of see you get that really beautiful layering of blending through there. Okay, so it just changes it around. So we're going to put on here a birthday. And I'm using the words out of the beautiful butterfly. So, time to celebrate, happy birthday. So we're going to use that time to celebrate. It just fits in here really beautiful. And you can put it in, I'm going to put it in on this second. I'm going to come back with the blueberry bushels. And ink this up. And we're going to come in on this second one here. Time to celebrate, which is beautiful. It comes in really lovely. And then we've got the happy birthday. And we're going to come in with that just underneath in that white bit there. Okay. You can do So Glad You're My Dad. You can do Happy Anniversary. Maybe, you know, something like that you can do. Now, if you want to do a distinct line going across there, you can do that as well. You can bring in the straight edge if you want to do that. And you can use the blueberry bushels because that's what we were using. And I'm just going to bring this up a little bit. So if you want a little bit of the blueberry bushels in along the bottom here, you can add that as well. I'm just doing it not too hard. I don't want to do it too hard, but I just want to blend it through. So we've got a little bit of a straight line happening through there. That's a choice thing. Don't forget you always got choices, and if you think it's too straight, you can always come in with a little bit more of your green. Okay, so just blend it through, work it out what way you want it. So I'm going to come in with a little bit more granny apple green. Oop. Still haven't got quite feeling in my right hand, but enough to be able to work my stamps. Okay, so we're going to come in with the granny apple green. And you can just bring in this bottom bit how you want. Now you can do masking as well, and you could have scenes in the back of that as well if you wanted to. Okay, so who loves this pear designer series paper? Now, I've had a lot of people that don't like the fruit, but it's absolutely beautiful paper. It does give everything a lift when you put it on it, so you could actually use this side, but I'm actually going to use this side. I'm going to use the reverse side because it's really, really lovely and not hard to use. So I'm just going to cut myself a piece of Mossy Meadow. At this piece here is 11 by 7.5, so I'm going to cut a piece at 11.5 by 8. So let's just do that. Not Mossy Meadow, my designer series paper, I mean. 11.5 by 8. So I think that's not quite 11.5. Okay, 11.5 by 8. Now, why have I done this? Because I want a little mat behind it before I put it on to here, and that just gives it a really nice mat, and it brings in a bit of a different colour as well. So let's pop that on using our Tombow glue. Congratulations to Tanya, who was our first person to win one of our Tombow glues. I have a few to give away. Haven't used it for a while. Don't forget to clean the little end out when you haven't used it for a while, because you do get that little bit that gets sticky in there. See? Just got to pull that little end out and she flows. Okay, so we're going to stick this on here. Designer series paper is an awesome way for using it as mats, as well as it gives it, like, you've added colour to it, and then we're going to place it onto the green. We can do that by raising it up if we want to, so I think I might use some dimensions on this one and raise it up. So pop it on here. Who joined us in the scrapbooking retreat? Tell me in the comments if you joined in the scrapbooking retreat that Stampin' Up ran recently, a couple of weekends ago, I think it was. And I was watching Karen put on her dimensions, and she puts on a lot. But dimensions is something that everyone can use as many or as little as you like. Okay, so keep coming down, taking the backs off them. How's everyone been going? I haven't even asked anyone how they've been going. Tell me in the comments how you've been going. I have heard from some of the girls, which has been lovely. They've been keeping in touch with me over the, would you believe it's 8 months since I had my heart operation, my double bypass, and I'm still getting over it. I thought I'd be well and truly back on track by now. But that was just my wishful thinking, I think. Okay. So I'm just going to put this one on here, but if you wanted to, you could add that beautiful colour again on here. Now, the one thing I love about this designer series paper is that you could use it for women, for the brightness on the other side, with the beautiful pears, and you could add some flowers, or you can use it for a man's coat. Now, we need to garnish our score line so our card sits nice and flat. There's nothing worse than trying to put a card front on to a card that keeps wanting to jump up at you and give you a hug, because we need it to fold. So we can see that we've done that. So on the inside, you've got two choices. You can put this way if you want to. Put the pears in this way, and then you can add your white to write on. So you've got a little bit of a border all the way around. Or you can put the green side in if you want to and add this. So I'm going to just trim this a little bit more, I think. Just going to trim my white a little bit more, because I want to be able to see a little bit of that beautiful designer series paper behind it. So this piece is, I have 13.5, but I'm going to cut it off at 13. I'm just going to trim it down a bit because I want to see some of that paper, and then I'll see which side I want. This is 9.5, and I'm going to trim it back to 9. So 9 by 13 gives you a nice piece to write on in the middle of your card. Okay, so question. Would you put it with the like this on the inside? So would you, let me put this up so I can see you. Hello everyone. Would you put it this way on the inside? So you've got that little bit of hair paper that's around our card. Doesn't that look awesome? It really looks like that bike is sitting up on a hill with a bit of shadowing sunlight coming through. Or would you turn it over and mat it on the green side? So tell me in the comments what you think. I'm going to give you all of the pear side up. Thank you, Susan. Just tell me in the comments what you think. I love it when you join in, and I love getting everyone interacting with me. I feel like you're in my craft room with me. I can see your comments coming up now because I got it up. Pear side. Thank you, Robin. Good to see you on. I hope you're doing well, sweetie. Pear side. So far it looks like the pear side is becoming the #1. Ah, okay, pear. Yeah, more colour showing. I agree. Sometimes it's really nice to have that pop of colour, isn't it? Oh, I'm so grateful for everyone for leaving me a comment. I think we'll go with the pear side because that seems to be the go. Okay, let's see if we can get this back to where we had it. I do feel a little bit out of the loop with my videoing at the moment because I feel like my camera's in the wrong spot, but I don't know. Obviously, hopefully you can all see me really well. So I'm just going to come down and pop this on here. Oh yeah, I agree. A little bit of touch of colour around that outside looks amazing. I'll show you one I did a little bit earlier also, because I thought, well, I'll do one, not the bike. I did the tiger, and I did it for Father's Day because I want to give it to someone who's got, a dad, because my dad unfortunately has passed away. But if you've got a dad and you would like to, now this is the one thing I love about the Tombow glue. Okay, I place that down a little bit crooked so I can lift it. It's got time to move it around, and you can bring it down like that. The other thing I love about the Tombow glue is if you let it dry naturally, it will become like a sticky note. So if you're using your cardstock to do a ripping technique, you can add a little line of Tombow glue on it, let it dry naturally, and that'd be great. So if anyone would love, let me put this up. If anyone would love to give this to their dad or have their kids give it to their dad for Father's Day, please say me in the comments, and every me I will put into a drawer and draw one person out. So some lucky person will find this in their mailbox that they can write on to their dad. So, oh no, this one's birthday. So if you want it for a birthday, you can have this one for a birthday. But this one I made is So Glad You're My Dad. And this one is the tiger. And I did this one a bit earlier. And I did the green. And I did the green on the inside. But it does match up pretty good. It matches up pretty good. I love the way you can get, when you're blending with the blender brushes and a little bit of ripping technique, you can get beautiful lights and dark shades. Turn the card up the right way. I think that's all I'm going to get time to do today. The time just goes so fast. But don't forget a couple of housekeeping things. It's our 19th year of being in Stampin' Up. You love the tiger card. Isn't it beautiful? And I did So Glad You're My Dad. And I think that's gorgeous because he looks so peaceful, doesn't he? And when you look at the stamp set, let me show you the stamp set. Would you think you could get that from that? Look at that. Look at that. Can you see that that plain little bike has now become a little picture, and that tiger's become a beautiful card as well. I really love that you can turn a simple little line into an image. Now this one here, I just got to let you know that I went around this with our new Stampin' journaling pens. Now you get 3 of these in the pack. I didn't realise that you got 3 of these in the pack, but you do. You get 3 of these in a pack, and they're fantastic. Now they're 0.04, and I actually went around the whole of the tiger in this to make him really pop out, and it looked amazing. Have a look at that. And then our bike. So you could do that with your bike as well. If you really wanted it to pop out, you could come around with a pen and make the image really pop out. Thank you everyone for joining me. Don't forget to leave your comments. Tell me what you love about today's class, what you love about the cards, and would this be a stamp set you would purchase? I think it's quite cute. When I first saw it, I went, not sure. I'd have to think about that one. But I've loved interacting and mixing and matching it. And I did use the Time to Celebrate and the Happy Birthday out of the beautiful butterfly set. So absolutely gorgeous. So I think we might do a lucky prize. Even though I'm going to be giving away 2 beautiful cards today to 2 beautiful people. So I have to wait for replayers to watch tonight because I know some people are at work before I do my draw. So I'm like to include everyone. So tomorrow morning I will work out who is going to win these cards. Now I have some more, what have I got? I have some more black dimensions. So black dimensions come in a combo pack with big and small dimensions. If you're after some black dimensions or never used black dimensions, let me know in the comment whether you would love a packet. I'm giving away a lot of birthday presents this month, so hopefully everyone will get something beautiful through the mail. You get a beautiful card made to go with it, so I think you're going to enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining me today. God bless you all, and I will see you back when I put live in 10 minutes up. That's when I'll be going on. Okay, bye for now.